Well, I say every day. It's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
We're not qualified.
Who are you?
Explorers in the further regions of experience.
I understand. If you do not listen, then the hell with you.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 154th episode of Screaming Into the Void. My name is Samuel the Infamous, and with me is green-haired anti-liberal.
Hello.
We also have Abe.
Yo, what's going on?
Yeah. Sasquatch has not shown up yet. It's probably my fault. I got the links out a little bit late today, so he may come in, he may not. We'll see. If he does, it'll probably link to his channel as well. But right now, currently, we're on my YouTube channel. We're on Twix. We're on Rumble. If you're in any of those places, drop a comment so that we know you're here. And also hit the likes and do all the things, because apparently the algorithm depends on it now. So at least that's what I'm hearing. I don't know. You never know, because it's like every couple of months, YouTubers will go through like, oh, you got to do this now for the algorithms, like, you know.
Yeah.
And you never know how much truth there is to it and how much is just bullshit and how much is just arbitrary YouTube doing arbitrary YouTube things.
Yeah.
So
Which
The
is
same
also
with
why you
Rumble.
should check out the pinned comments on both Rumble and YouTube.
yes,
Send
yes,
them
yes,
some
please.
money if you can.
Money
And
me,
get
money
it.
now. I'll thank you for it and keep the money. Appreciate all of you being here. So we're gonna have some fun topics today, I think. And by fun, I mean ish.
Vaguely disturbing.
I don't. Well, I mean, one of them is, but I really wanted Sasquatch to be here for that one, so I don't know if we're gonna go through with it without him or not. We might.
Mm.
But the mostly just because it would drive him crazy.
Teehee.
I'm a really good friend, folks. I really am. I promise.
We'll save that one till later then, shall we? Just in case he turns up.
Right. Well, it's kind of like, so y'all might know, you in the chat might know the Meelees from Melee Games, right? Melee James and Melee K. So Kay and I are friends, but I like to do things that mess
Long
with her
pause
perception
after
of
the
reality. Right. And she doesn't appreciate that. So we're kind of having this, like, you know, back and forth currently, because a few months ago, and I don't know, it might have been closer to the beginning of the year or whatever, I introduced her to a video by a guy called Super Eye Patch Wolf here on YouTube called What the Internet Did to Garfield. It is one of the most insanely entertaining mindfuck videos I have ever seen. It's like an hour and a half of like cosmic horror meets Jim Davis. You know?
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, and a lot of it is tied into like real world stuff, like all the Garfield toys that washed up on the beach in Florida that one time. I mean, it's a very strange video, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, it kind of messed up her perception of Garfield, so much so that she had to like binge watch the Bill Murray movies over and over again to get that shit out of her head. And I don't see how that helps, because those movies are terrible. But
Yeah, I don't rate him at all.
yeah, so I bring this up because recently I discovered another video that's like, you know, a half hour long. We're not going to bring it up on the screen or anything, because it's a long video. It'd be like one of those things we'd have to dedicate an entire show to. Called I forget what it's called, but it's by a channel called AZFK, and it essentially does the same thing but with the Teletubbies.
Those are already creepy, though. Why
Right.
would you make
Which
it
is why
worse?
it works.
Yeah.
No.
They're called the
Also-
Elder Tubbies.
Meat Canyon has done parodies of both of those things as well,
Sure.
and they are amazing.
I would get more into Meat Canyon stuff if I didn't hate his fucking animation.
Yeah,
Like, the
well,
style
it
of it is
varies.
hideous.
It varies from video to video.
Yeah, I don't like the art style. I can't
Yeah.
get past that. But otherwise, I would probably watch more of it. But yeah, this is what's funny is these videos aren't made to make you laugh. They're taken extremely seriously by the people who made them, and
They're made to make you cry.
deep inside, where only God can see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, so Kay's mad at me again, and she hasn't watched the new one. I'm gonna bully her until she does, and then she could be mad at me for another year.
Sweet.
I'm a good friend. Anyway, that all that to go towards an explanation of my being the best friend you could possibly ever have on the internet.
Yeah. Sounds legit. I mean, if you don't torture each other every now and then, are you even friends?
Right? I don't talk
Yeah.
to enemies at all, so
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, but anyway, before we get too much further, for a wax poetic about something else retarded, let's say hello to the chat real quick. We've got Smoking Auditor first in. Good to see you, my man, and thank you for hitting the like button. Zillage, hello, howdy. I don't know what that is. I'm not looking on the YouTube side. I think that's some kind of emoji.
It's a salute.
Is it? Okay, because it just shows up as a fucking rectangle on all of my screens. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, that's all I'm seeing. Even on the YouTube side.
What, you running Windows 98 or something?
No. I'm running Windows 10. I fucking hate Windows 10, but but it is what it is. So, yeah, I see Gal in the chat here as well as Abe.
Oh, hello.
Yep.
Oh, hello.
Talking to yourself now?
Mm-hmm.
Your inner monologue.
All the time. Every day.
Hi, old Blindy. Just walked into a conversation. All of my
welcome to Streaming into the Void.
Like
yeah.
From an outside perspective, you just come in at any point in any one of my conversations on the internet or in life. It can be confusing. Sometimes it's confusing to me too, but they got to happen, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Same here.
Weird. Yes. Very weird. Very weird. Very
weird. Weird.
So,
bad.
I kind of since I've got you here for this week, I kind of want to start with your topic, Gal.
Okie dokie.
So, if you have
want me to pull it up?
Yes, because I don't have fucking Instagram. So, because I'm not a woman.
Could have fooled me.
Yeah, well, I got man parts as otherwise. So
she was a second away from snapping her fingers then. There you go.
You gotta work on that. The idea is to move your head without your neck apparently moving as well.
I don't give a shit.
She's not possessed.
I don't actually do girl things.
Are you saying that black women are possessed? Or Latino women?
Instagram?
I didn't say that. I'm only implying it.
Isn't the video that you posted an Instagram video, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Instagram on my browser is weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
I can zoom in on it, I guess.
It looks okay. As far as the size looks fine.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's anything like personally identifying on the screen. Whatever. Yes, and I can walk sideways too. All right. Do you want me to bring it up?
Is it not on the screen?
No.
It is not.
I hate StreamYard. So sometimes I share it and it auto comes up, and you said all right, so that cued me to saying that it. Okay.
fair
let
enough.
me-
Privacy,
second.
and then
I
there
don't-
were 3.
Why do you suck? Oh my god. I don't know. I hate Instagram on the browser.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
Yeah.
go back.
I don't know. Like, I don't know
Okay,
how to
just a
go
second.
back on the fucking video. When I clicked on it earlier and I got into it, and it was like, "Hey, do you want to continue in the browser? Do you want to like download Instagram?" I guess because I didn't download it, it wouldn't let me go back either.
Try refreshing it and just pausing it straight away.
I'm pulling it up again.
Okay.
I got it. And now I will do the thing. And now I'll bring it to the stage. Whatever.
I don't know. It doesn't always bring shit straight up when I pull it up anymore either.
Yeah.
Stupid. Okay. Now I will play.
Internet is not a real place. Millie Bobby Brown broke people's brains yesterday after announcing
Hey,
that
D-Day.
her new husband, Jake Bon Jovi, just adopted a
Yep.
baby girl. Together, they posted on Instagram, "This summer, we welcomed our sweet baby girl through adoption. We are beyond excited to embark on this beautiful next chapter of parenthood in both peace and privacy." And then there were 3, which is objectively amazing news. Huge congratulations. And what an amazing new chapter of your life together. But in class,
That's pretty normal thing to do in life, right, guys?
Yeah. Welcome in, Clue.
Okay.
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah. Objectively, adoption is a good thing,
Yeah.
right?
I just wanted to
there are
make
a
sure I'm
lot
not
of kids.
crazy.
There
Okay.
are a lot of kids out there who don't have parents for one reason or another, right? Who
Yeah.
need a stable family. I mean, being raised by the state is not a good thing.
Yeah.
So adopting a
Not
kid
at all.
is a good thing. Objectively, it is. Sometimes
Okay.
parents can't take care of them. Sometimes the parents die young.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes the parents go to prison because they're evil fucking people and there's nobody to take care of the kid. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, so adoption is objectively a good thing. There are instances where adoption is not
so good.
ideal.
Yeah.
Like when, say, 2 gay men adopt a kid and then give the kid monkeypox, for example, which happened.
Mhm.
Wait, what?
This was a few
Yeah, that was
years
a
ago,
thing.
man.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were
Unfortunately.
just being very creative.
Nope, I was not. This was a thing that, like, you remember?
I
you
think
remember
it was
a
in
couple years
France
ago?
or something.
No, it was in the States.
Was it?
Yeah, it was in like Washington State, I think.
Hmm.
No, everybody in France has got monkeypox by default.
Right. Well, they're all butt
Yeah.
fuckers, so it's fine.
That's valid.
Comes from the frog legs.
But that's
Yep.
that. I mean, that happened. You guys remember a couple years ago when they were like, "Oh, the monkeypox is getting around, and it was only affecting gay men who engaged in unprotected anal sex.
Mhm.
Right?
French men,
I mean,
yes.
there were plenty of gay men it didn't affect because they didn't fuck around like that. But
Yeah.
where it got bad was when several children contracted the monkeypox, all of whom were in 2 dad households, and I think one dog.
Wait, no,
Yes.
wait, no.
Oh yeah, maybe the dog was the one in France.
No.
I think that might have been what I was doing, mixing them up. But anyway, back to this lovely topic.
Right.
I just wanted to make sure
I
I'm
know.
not crazy.
No.
Dogs,
Aside
French.
from the monkeypox
What's the difference?
thing and
Yeah.
fucking Dave Rubin's whole shtick.
Yeah.
He
Well, he
bought
didn't
a
adopt.
baby. He bought a baby for his husband.
Yeah. Generally speaking, though, adoption is a good thing, right?
I mean, to clarify,
Generally.
They're-
Yeah.
it has their DNA, or the kids have Dave and the husband's DNA.
Yeah, it also has the mother's DNA.
Yes, I know.
So he's got 4 parents.
Well, one has 2, the other has 2, but yes. Anyway, carrying on with this one.
classic fashion, the internet didn't seem to think so. Almost immediately, the most insane reactions to this news started spreading all over social media, largely centered around Millie's age, which was the same type of reaction people had about her stunning wedding earlier this year, because God forbid a girl wants to get married in her early 20s to a Bon Jovi, nonetheless. Especially, God forbid, if a young woman getting married makes her happy. So it shouldn't even
I do have a question. Was it a typo of or like who's Bon Jovi? Like last name Bon Jovi?
I think
John Bon
that's the
Jovi?
actual spelling of the surname.
Okay.
Whereas
so,
the stage name is like a stylized version of it.
Okay. So who are the Bon Jovis?
John Bon Jovi of the band Bon Jovi. This
Okay.
would be his son.
It is his
Yeah.
son? Okay.
I believe
Yeah.
so. I don't know for sure, but
Okay.
I believe so. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so the stage name is just spelled differently.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. I thought I was crazy, and it was like what's that called? Mandela effect thing, where the spelling was actually different this whole time.
Yeah, like the Berenstain Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Continuing on. Sorry.
Remotely surprised me that tweets like this started spreading like wildfire yesterday. Like, seriously, why would you be adopting at 21? Can't her man produce, or can't she carry? This is weird AF LOL. Or asking out loud, but can't they use surrogacy or something?
How is that the first place your head goes when somebody adopts? Surrogacy.
I don't. Well, either one, really. I mean, I sort of understand the first one, but none your business, first of all.
That's
Why
a fact. Like,
Why
if
are we mad about this?
Well, if one or the other of them can't fucking conceive, this is the way.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
Celebrities are supposed to be, these special people that don't have flaws.
yeah,
So
most of them are
that's why
super
people
fucked up though because their parents did all those drugs and blood orgies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's that. but-
Yeah.
So I mean, that's bound to have some deleterious effects on your insides.
Hey
It's
man,
okay.
that was a good weekend.
But there's more.
And of course, you have the crowd insisting that adoption isn't really legitimate to becoming parents. If she's so interested, why can't she give it a shot for being a real mother? How does one become a mom via the same process as visiting a...
Have you guys seen
It's-
seen the movie Four Brothers?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Would you
They're
say
all
that
different
the woman
races.
who is the impetus for the story? Would you say that she was not a real mother to those boys, none of whom are biologically related?
Nope. I would not say that.
Yeah. Anybody who uses the argument not a real mom with or not a real dad with in circumstances of adoption, and I would take it as far as
Yeah.
step parentage because
Yep.
stepping up to raise somebody else's kid regardless of the circumstances is one of the single most selfless fucking things you can do.
So these people,
Shaq's adopted dad. He wrote a
Yeah.
song about him.
these people that are saying shit like this, like not a real mom, those are the same people that are, what are they, the MGTOW people that get all pissy at someone stepping up and being a stepdad.
Yeah.
Like, I have personal interest and investment in this fact because I come from a blended family. Go fuck yourself. This is basically the same thing. And actually, my dad adopted, not just like married into whatever. He actually adopted my oldest brother. Like, and he is dad. And like my half siblings, my mom is their mom. So it's just, I don't understand the delusion here, and it's really frustrating. Beyond like the only one that I technically understand was the very first one where it's saying she's 21, like why not try having a kid? I understand that, but that's where I go, mind your business.
Well, how do you know they're not trying?
Exactly. And what makes it so, okay, they can't try and also take a kid out of the fucking system? What's wrong with you?
People need to be offended by something every day.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like a lot of these people are like right-leaning people that are mad about it.
100%. Look, here's the facts of the matter is it's like those of you who are familiar with the show, you're already familiar with this. For anybody watching who's not, I'm pretty goddamn right-wing. You know?
Say what?
didn't
I'm
know
Never
that.
picked up on that, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was
That had
obvious
to
or
go.
anything, but yeah, it's there. It's
Pretty prominent, yeah.
these people, like, look, there are retards on all sides.
Yes.
There
Yeah.
are. Retards don't give a shit about political affiliation. They give a shit about being retarded. That's
Well, it's also activist syndrome. So the past 4 years has been
we're bitching because our guy didn't get in for a second term. Now our guy's in for a second term. We still need to bitch about something.
Right.
We're activists. If we don't bitch about something, we don't have a job.
Well, that's exactly it. They've got nothing to fucking do with themselves if there's no dragons to slay. You know, which is, by the way, why activist culture exists in the first place. Because, fun fact, back in the 90s, we kind of ran out of dragons to slay.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So,
I mean, some of them kind of just turned into a different kind of dragon.
I mean, yeah, but like the whole
transform, if you will.
I see what you did there.
Oh, she did it.
Sorry.
Anyhow, yeah, this whole situation where you've got people like you know what I heard the other day? Nick Fuentes is shilling for Gavin fucking Newsom.
Say what?
Yeah.
How is he justifying that?
Well, because Gavin Newsom is white and quote unquote married a white woman and has white babies, whereas JD Vance, who he's comparing him to, married an Indian woman, or as he calls her, a Jeet, and has a brown baby that he named Vivek. Right?
So that's why he should go for the total opposite side.
Well, that's the thing. It's like why are you shilling for Gavin Newsom? Like, first of all, I don't think you're gonna digging into that any further because Gavin Newsom's wife and children are Jewish. Secondly, secondly, the man stands for everything you claim to stand against.
Yeah.
Well, that's the kind of situation that exposes, that exposes someone for not really having principles and just being a bit of a racist twat.
I think it exposed him for being gay too, because he referred to Newsom as very handsome several times.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Nick Fuentes is gay as fuck.
That he's just a fucking grifter.
I don't think he is. I think he's an idiot.
Well,
I should qualify that. I don't think he's an idiot in the traditional sense. I think that he's blinded by his. I think he absolutely believes half the shit that he says. I really do. Grifters don't, right? I think he really does believe all that shit, and I think most of his followers are rabid believers of anything he says. Like you know that whole thing where he makes him take like an oath to like kill and die for him, kind of shit. Like, which I think started as a joke, but they take it very seriously.
Yeah,
I didn't know about that, but
yeah.
So the reason that I said the grifter part is because it's fucking Newsom. So he just essentially, what's the term? Not co-opted, whatever. He like endorsed this dude in a way, who everything else that he does you're not gonna agree with, but because of one thing that he did, maybe because you also like penis, that's gonna say, okay, well, he's on my side because he's white.
Well, couldn't he just wait?
That stands against everything else. That's why I feel like he doesn't actually believe these things that he's saying. That's why I said grifter. Sorry.
Couldn't he just wait? I mean, couldn't he just wait for the white guy that goes up against JD Vance in the primary,
right?
So it can make more sense.
Yeah.
But he has to get the money now, I guess.
It's so ridiculous. It's not like white or black are sides. That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's what you believe. Yeah.
The same thing that we were fighting against. He's for identity politics on the right now.
Well, that's kind of my whole issue with the guy. Is like his whole thing is like, this is a white country built by white people for white people only and all this stuff. And I'm just like, look, that may have been the intention. I don't know, right? I wasn't there. However, right now in this country, yes, while there's a majority white population, there is also a black population. There is an Asian population. There are all kinds of different populations who are Americans.
Yes.
Right? And as Americans, they should be at the same level as everybody else, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You know, commies think that too, but they think that level is like dirt floor. So
well, the difference is that, you know, America stands for equality of opportunity, whereas, you know, socialist countries generally tend to believe in equality of outcome, which creates, ironically, the greatest social disparity you could imagine.
Yep.
Right. So anyway, long I guess long story short, I'm just using Fuentes as an example of some of the lunacy that you get on the right side too. Like it's, neither end of the spectrum, if you will. And yes, politics is an autistic spectrum.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Is without its flaws and its extremists and its idiots. Spouting out the mouth. Hell, sometimes I come off like an idiot spouting out at the mouth. I mean, it happens.
Old Blindy, don't confuse the old man. You won't know how to answer this.
I don't even know what he's referring to.
The quality thing.
Oh yeah, no, fuck French people and cats. Fuck them.
Okay, we're gonna have a war right now.
You know what?
I'm 50% of the way there with you, Sam.
Look,
right.
The French
do not fuck
are the
with cats
of people.
Do not fuck with cats. Okay.
I feel like there's probably more to this video, but I don't quite remember, so I'll just keep it playing for
Head smart. Tell me you know nothing about the adoption industry without telling me, or just straight up adopting doesn't make you a mom.
Then you have the crowd insisting that somehow adoption, probably the most selfless thing anyone could do with their life, is somehow woke. What is this woke nonsense? Please give birth to your own child. Or adoption is great, but they should definitely have some white children.
Okay,
First of all,
First of all, like, I haven't seen any images or pictures of this kid they adopted. How the fuck do they know it ain't white?
Right.
First of all. Secondly.
Yeah.
And secondly, what the fuck? I was actually fine with it, like, until you were just like that
I'll be
specific.
I didn't even know that they did adopt until this you brought
video.
this topic up, right? And I'm just
I didn't even know she was married.
Yeah, because honestly, I don't really follow Millie Bobby Brown, and frankly, I find her to be an atrocious actress who everybody hypes up too much because she can cry on command.
Because it's really
she
hard
got
to
special
just be a woman by
powers.
nature.
Yeah.
She's British, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's one of you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Look, I mean, she's not always the worst, but she's not anywhere near the acting powerhouse that they say she is. She just has a talent that some people in the acting business have, which is to squeeze tears out whenever they want. Right?
I don't know if I've heard anyone say that she's like an amazing actress, though.
Oh man, you missed.
She isn't.
Stuff about
she can hold the character.
She isn't.
Oh, she isn't. No, she's pretty mediocre at that.
She was good in Stranger Things, but that's because, like, the first 2-3 seasons, she was expressionless.
Yeah.
And didn't say it.
She didn't have no lines either.
Yeah. She's mute.
Her hands
the
did
whole
all
time.
the acting.
Yeah.
Right. So,
yeah.
I don't get the obsession with Millie Bobby Brown. I mean, I'm sure she's a perfectly lovely fucking person. I don't know. I don't follow her shit. I've just seen her in some things, and I was less than impressed at her ability to do her job. But that doesn't mean that she can't be like a good mother, and I don't see why she shouldn't adopt and get married and be fucking happy and make a family like she clearly wants to. The
age doesn't really matter either. It's freaking ridiculous.
Adoption is beautiful. It is one of the closest mirror images we have to God's relationship to humanity, that we are chosen specifically to be loved unconditionally. So those of you upset with this, saying that it's somehow woke, need to go outside and interact with the three-dimensional people for a little bit. But more importantly, these two are very quickly becoming the most unproblematic couple in all of Hollywood, all of the entertainment industry. They live on a farm. She has like 50 rescued animals. They adopted a baby out of love for one another and wanting to grow their family. What could possibly be wrong with that? We need more of this. Times a million. I
don't care about the rest, do you?
No, not really. She's got a point, except about the 50 adopted animals thing. I think that's excessive, but.
Well, I mean, they live on a farm, so it's.
Unless those animals are cows and chickens.
That's what
that's food. That doesn't count.
That's what I'm assuming. Like.
I would also say that I'm not a big fan of three-dimensional beings. Considering humans themselves are fourth-dimensional, I prefer to company fifth-dimensional beings. and just watching them fuck with fourth dimensional beings.
You know,
And back and
That's
forth.
bestiality.
I like to hang out with six-dimensional beings, but they're really hard to perceive. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
if in fact they exist at all, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've kind of waxed long about this, but adoption being objectively a good thing, and a person in a high profile, I guess, position in life, making the choice to adopt and raise a child, right? Like, I mean, yeah, a lot of Hollywood people adopt, right? But mostly they do it for virtue signaling. This doesn't appear to be that.
Yeah.
This appears to be
Right.
somebody who wants to build a family, right? This isn't Angelina Jolie buying kids out of fucking Myanmar.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Didn't Madonna do that as well?
yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
you say what you want about Michael Jackson, but he made his babies.
Gal's trying to think of the one he didn't.
I didn't know he had babies.
Yeah, he's got 3 kids.
Oh, I feel like I probably knew at some
I
point.
just heard of blankets.
Priscilla Presley's her mom, the daughter of Elvis Presley.
Oh.
You mean Lisa Marie?
Yeah, granddaughter of Elvis Presley. Sorry, yeah, Lisa Marie. No, it was daughter. Priscilla was Elvis's wife.
The
right? I'm
mom.
getting some shit
Yes.
mixed up here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This mother-in-law.
Yeah, Lisa
I
Marie-
don't know if they were his, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really fucking matter. And that's the whole heart of what we're talking about, really.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it takes a real man to dangle a kid by his ankle over a fucking balcony.
Yeah, a real
That
man.
was
Yeah.
misunderstood.
If
That
you're
was-
not willing to sacrifice a child in front of a crowd,
I don't think
you
that was
can't
his
call yourself
intention.
a father.
I think he slipped.
Huh?
So.
I feel like I'm missing a lot. Of
Yeah, a while back
information.
there was a moment where the youngest blanket was dangling over a balcony on a second-story balcony in front of a crowd held by his dad, and it was the weirdest fucking thing.
Noted.
You didn't
Yeah.
watch the news in 1995?
Do you
I
not
was
remember
sick.
this, girl?
I was 6.
Oh, that's why.
Fucking kids, man. God damn it.
Yeah. Anyway, point being, I don't see anything wrong with what Millie's doing here. Or
No.
Millie Bobby. I don't know if it's Millie, if that's the whole name, or if it's just whatever.
Yeah. Who cares?
I feel
Millie,
like Millie is
Billy,
short for, like,
Silly,
Millicent
Bobby
or something.
Brown or something. Who cares?
So, but
She's adopted a kid. It's fine.
Yeah, and
Gives a shit.
And
he's a-
she's a mom because of it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
that's one of
but-
the most egregious things that annoyed me about that.
Yeah, she's not simply adopting a child. She's adopting the responsibility of looking after it.
And like the audacity to compare that to a PetSmart adoption. Are you
Yeah.
fucking insane?
Yeah.
They just wanted
Not the same.
likes on that comment. That's all. Ooh, look,
Yeah.
I'm funny. Yeah, that kind
I
of
mean-
thing.
Look, there are some people who will do that. Like, you know, Angelina Jolie, for example. I mentioned her. She has like 18 fucking kids. Most of them are adopted, as far as I know.
Isn't one or two of them also like trans bullshit nonsense going on?
Yeah.
I'm sure she made it look like that. Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
yes.
But she treats that leans perfectly into what I'm going to say. She treats these children like they're fucking purse puppies, right?
Yep.
Like
They're
they're
props.
pets, they're props, they're like you
Yeah.
like that. They're accessories. They're not people to her,
Yeah.
right? And this is something that every parent learns, right? When you have kids, like it's a new thing. Shock's not there yet. Our buddy Shock had a baby recently. Congratulations to him. I'm going to stop saying
Yeah.
it officially because I'm going to get sick of saying it. But it's so he's had a baby recently, but he hasn't quite figured this out yet. Is that baby is a person, whole and actual, and
Yeah.
it has a personality and a will of its own, and it will manifest. You know,
Yeah.
you can't treat kids like they're toys. You know, you can't do that because they are people. They are little people, and they are learning, and they are adapting and growing and all that. But every bit of input that they receive informs how they interact with the world the rest of their lives.
I think for a lot of parents, the moment that they truly realize that is when they start to see their own selves in the child reflected back at them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not necessarily a genetic thing or anything, because, you know, if you've adopted a kid, they'll eventually adopt your mannerisms, they'll adopt your way of thinking.
Right.
And then when they start throwing that shit right back in your face, you're like, God, I'm fucking annoying as well. Shit.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And that kind of leads us into the next thing, which I've just put in a private chat. There we go. Because I think this complements what we're saying here very, very well. This was actually the original topic.
Just a sec.
So, but yeah, it's, you know, they aren't you. They aren't carbon copies. They aren't little clones. They aren't, you know, just something to give you status, you know, or whatever. They're people. You made a little person, and the little person is going to do little person things.
There's a part of me that kind of thinks that everyone who wants to have children should have a pet first. Because if you can't look after an animal that can largely look after itself, looking at you cats, if you can't manage that and you can't respect their boundaries as living, breathing creatures with their own personalities, you will fail abysmally as a parent with a human child.
100%. You know, but that's, and I think that's kind of why I draw that line though with the, like, you know, your children are not your pets are not your children, because they're not the same.
Yeah.
You know,
they're not the same
but
thing.
if you can't own a pet, you know, and things turn out okay, then you probably shouldn't have a kid either.
Yeah.
This guy puts it fucking beautifully, I think.
You need to understand something the parents these days have long since forgotten and are going to have to relearn again. Your grandparents knew this, but today's generation of parents doesn't seem to. And that is, you do not get to design your children.
There's so much in modern time that makes that sentence applicable in different ways.
Yeah, when I first watched this, I thought he was talking about gene editing.
Yeah.
He's not talking about that at all, but it applies there too. Like, you can't, like, yeah, you can, I guess, now design your children, but that doesn't mean you fucking should.
Well, and actually, sorry, you said gene editing. I was thinking more of the trans bullshit going on. But
that too,
yes,
that
also
too,
gene editing.
Yeah. I had a whole Gattaca mindset about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Nature would never have permitted that to happen. Evolution would not have allowed a generation of a species to be so influenced by the previous generation. It hasn't happened, and it doesn't happen, and it especially doesn't happen in children. You do not design your children. And yet we have the Mozart effect, the belief that if I play classical music to my uterus when I'm pregnant, I'm going to have a genius. The fact that if I can just put enough crib toys over his crib, he is going to have all these neurons exploding with synapses.
I was a little annoyed at this part, but I kept listening anyway. Just FYI.
Yeah, so there are benefits to doing these two things, right? There are benefits to them. He's not wrong in that it doesn't like magically just transform them into the person you envision them being. That's true, but it does benefit the child in the long run.
Yeah.
And be a brilliant mathematician. You don't get that degree of power. Does that mean stimulation doesn't matter? No, it means a stimulation environment is better than a deprived environment. But it doesn't mean that the more stimulation you add into the environment, the better it gets. It's a threshold. There is enough stimulation that every normal brain needs to develop. And once you're past that, which 98% of you are, the rest of it is out of your hands. What we have learned in the last 20 years of research in neuroimaging, behavior genetics, developmental psychology, neuropsychology can be boiled down to this phrase. Your child is born with more than 400 psychological traits that will emerge as they mature, and they have nothing to do with you. So the idea that you are going to engineer personalities and IQ and academic achievement skills and all these other things just isn't true. Your child is not a blank slate.
What's funny to me about this is that he's coming at this from a purely scientific, purely evolutionary, one might almost say atheist point of view, right? I mean, he may not be an atheist. A lot of scientists aren't, but he's not once mentioned like, any kind of intelligence design or God or plan or whatever. But the way he describes this kind of lines up almost perfectly with how Mormons view creation.
Yeah.
Because everybody's already created, they're just waiting for bodies. So when you create a baby, you are basically making a vessel for someone who already exists as a person to become flesh, right? And they are who they are when they come to you, not because of it. So it throws kind of a weird little kink in the whole nature versus nurture argument.
Indeed.
On which you get to write. The better view is that your child is a genetic mosaic of your extended family, which means this is a unique combination of the traits that run in your family line. I like the shepherd view. You are a shepherd. You don't design the sheep. The engineering view makes you responsible for everything. Everything that goes right and everything that goes wrong. This is why parents come to us with such guilt, more guilt than we've ever seen in prior generations. Because parents today believe that it's all about them and what they do. And if they don't get it right, or if their child has a disability, they've done something wrong. When in fact, the opposite is true. This has nothing to do with your particular brand of parenting. So I would rather that you stop thinking yourself as an engineer and step back and say, I am a shepherd to a unique individual. Shepherds are powerful people. They pick the pastures in which the sheep will graze and develop and grow. They determine whether they're appropriately nourished. They determine whether they're protected from harm. The environment is important, but it doesn't design the sheep. No shepherd is going to turn a sheep into a dog. Now, that comes with it a profoundly freeing view of parenting. Because what it means is, although it's important to be a shepherd, recognizing that this is a unique individual before you allows you to enjoy the show, right? So open a bottle of Chardonnay, kick off your slippers, sit back and watch what takes place, right? Because you don't get to determine this, right? So enjoy it. It doesn't last all that long anyway. They're gone before you know it, right? But if you think that what you did in your house is going to shape the life course of this individual, you are sadly mistaken. Right? This is a unique individual. Let them grow, let them prosper. Please design appropriate environments around them. But you don't get to design them. You need...
So he was a little ambiguous with the way he phrased that last statement, but what I think he clearly meant, given the context of everything else he said, is that please design appropriate environments around them, but you don't get to design the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his last few statements there are a little bit off the handle.
Yeah, I mean, but I agree with his overall sentiment is that
yeah.
You're going to, and especially
shepherds are better than engineers.
Yeah,
I think if you could distill it down to that, I completely agree with that.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And also the, how they're not little carbon copies of you and your spouse. They embody traits and probably personality quirks and inherited from hundreds of people in your bloodline.
Yeah.
All of whom were different. Yeah. I mean, you notice how some traits, like weird little quirks and stuff, skip generations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The way that, say, a grandfather will, blink with, say, his left eye closes a little bit faster than his right eye does. And you'll see that again in like a grandkid or a great niece or whatever. But it doesn't happen with everybody else. Like weird little things like that do jump, the genetic train.
Even height can do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, fun fact. I'm 6'5". My mother is 5'2".
I know what that's like.
Yeah.
I mean, even my father was barely 6'1". I say barely 6'1". He was tall for, I guess.
Yeah,
him.
he was already tall.
To be able to say barely 6 foot anything.
Kind of short. For
oh my
family,
God, my dad was barely a giant. Oh.
So, but I mean, his brother was 6'3". My mom has a bunch of cousins who were all, like statics height and higher, like 6'7", 6'9", in there, but like they're kind of on a offshooted branch of the family, like, and all that. So we're not actually 100% sure where I got my height from, but it wasn't my mother, specifically her, because she's a very short woman.
Are you sure you're not the milkman's?
The pool guy.
Reasonably sure because the milkman was totally white and my father was not. So,
hey, those genes can get skipped as well, you know.
Yeah. So, the milkman, Jesus Christ. We didn't even have milkmen when I mean, yeah, they existed, but not where I lived. We just went to the store to buy milk like fucking everybody else I know.
I get directly from a farm. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you didn't do any of that shit in 1980, did you?
I was in 1980 for 4 months, Sam.
I was in the 70s for a piece of December.
Right.
So I'm still a 70s baby.
Yeah, see, I claim the 80s.
Technically. Yeah.
Necessary.
Oh, you meant the whole decade, right? No, I'm talking about the year 1980.
Oh, yeah, no, I was...
Yeah, minus several years.
I was negative.
Yeah, still waiting to be born.
And not even a twinkle in your dad's ballsack yet.
Yeah.
That's the plot to that Pixar film, Soul. All these souls waiting to be born. That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah.
Well, a Mormon wrote that show.
It brings up an interesting point, though. Like, I mean, even the Catholics say that God gave you a soul. Well, where did they come from? Did he just make one new for you, or does he have them on standby?
They're
waiting.
Yeah, he's just got like he's got very big pockets, and they're full of them. And he just chucks them down at Earth every now and then.
Yeah.
It's like, that'll do.
He makes them in bulk.
The
it's like
problem,
Sam's up there.
Right. The problem
the Soul
Mormon,
Factory.
With the Mormon perspective, the big issue that I have with that is that it, that whole thing about how you can choose your friends, but you can't choose your family. Well, according to the Mormons, you did choose your family.
Ooh, that's a bad take.
So
people make some bad choices.
It kind of makes you wonder, right? Like, fucking Ivan the Terrible, right? Murdered his own son.
Yeah.
Right. His son chose to be born to that dude. By their definition.
Joseph Stalin imprisoned his own son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Menendez brothers.
Yep. Well, I mean,
the list goes on.
Brothers also chose to solve that problem too. So.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna bring them up a little bit. I mean, to be fair, they had an entirely weird and unwholesome relationship with their parents, and so like I don't.
Well, and everybody has decisions they regret.
I don't think they regret shooting their parents.
No, I'm talking about choosing them.
Oh yeah, that too.
I want to take these back. Can't get a refund on these. I'll take care of myself.
Right.
Yeah.
So, in certain philosophies, yes. Jacob Gallo, yes, it is your fault for being born. It's like when people say I didn't ask to be born, you kind of did. You just don't remember it.
Apparently so.
You rode that wave through the veil.
Yeah, you learn something new every day.
I don't know that I believe it myself, but it does kind of put an interesting spin on the whole thing, right?
You also beat billion sperm in a swim race to get there. So,
right?
Yeah, you chose. You knew what you were doing.
Well, that's the thing is like each human life. This is the other thing that one of the reasons that I'm so adamantly against anybody harming children, right? Aside from the fact that it's obviously bad for the future of the species, because without babies there is no future, right? Each birth is by definition, even if you remove all faith and all aspects of God and whatnot from it, miraculous.
Yeah.
Do you know how many different
statistically unlikely,
specifically in place to make you? Right. If you take the long view, the numbers are
like
literally astronomical.
It's like 1 in like a few 100 trillion or something.
Yeah, because not only did your sperm beat out all the other sperms in that particular ejaculate, but so did the sperm that made your father and his father and his father and his father.
Well, when you say it like that, then
it is a miracle that any of us are alive today. So I take issue with things like Planned Parenthood fucking offing 60 million babies in the last 50 years because they are destroying miracles.
Well, it's also why I hate war now. You know, because once you come to that realization, you understand just the sheer amount of unique life that has been wasted on just trivial, stupid shit.
Mm-hmm. You know, did you read that Not the Bee article that I shared, Sam?
No, I didn't have a chance to look at that.
Basically, a woman that was a quintuplet had no. She was multiple.
I did catch the headline. Yeah.
Okay.
Had quadruplets.
Yeah, something like that. Like she was one of many, and so basically, what happened is she miscarried, and then she got pregnant again, and it was quadruplets. Actually, she was a quadruplet, and she had quintuplets. I believe is what happened. How much is quintuplets?
5.
Yes. So that's what it was. And it took the insurance wouldn't cover it because she refused to abort some of the babies. And it took several doctors telling her that they would not take her until she found one. Like she had the doctors that denied her because she wouldn't listen to them saying that she needed to abort some of the babies.
I'm glad she didn't listen.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very happy that she didn't listen.
And it infuriates me that doctors jump so quickly in modern times, and I mean modern back in the 80s even, to say things like that. Like telling I'm not going to get into it. I've gotten into it multiple times on this channel. It's bullshit that she had to go hunt down a doctor, and then the insurance wouldn't even cover it for her to have all of the babies that she conceived. They said that she needed to get rid of a couple. To pick, like, how do you even do that? Just like, okay, that one, and then that one. Do you throw a dart?
Any,
the fuck are you going to tell me?
Sophie's choice.
Don't they take an oath to do the exact opposite of that?
Yeah, that's
the Hippocratic Oath should prevent them from doing any of that silly bullshit.
I mean, there's more to it than this, but the line to remember is first, do no harm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And doctors are so quick to, like, apparently the modern Hippocratic Oath is kill babies first, ask questions later. That's basically what I put in the group chat when I shared
the whole oath is now just, do whatever.
It's not born yet, so that doesn't violate our oath.
Do it feels nice.
Except that, like, look, the whole it's not born yet means it's not a baby thing isn't even scientifically accurate.
I know.
No, it's nonsense.
There has been a study where the spark of life is a literal thing that was proven.
Yeah.
Just like,
and it's carried in men's balls.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. That's not a machine that's swimming around. I mean,
which is also why men have a choice too. Fuck off.
So, ladies, if you want to spark a life in your own life, just.
Do I need to make you big screen here? Here you go.
555 1 2 3
Just come on down and get some of that Abe juice in you, and you'll be having a grand old time.
All right, your DMs are gonna fill up. It's your fault.
He's the best of my knowledge. He's pure blood, ladies. No jabs for the old Abe juice.
And he comes with an accent, ladies. We all love that.
Yes,
he's Fuentes approved. He's white.
I mean, I don't think that. If knocked up somebody from South Central, but
if that's something you care about, I am literally 100% genetically British.
You put out a statement like that, buddy, your kids might not be.
Oh damn! I just got 2,000 DMs.
Popular man. Told you that accent, man. It's no joke.
Pimping out my buddy over here. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you know, we gotta do it for him though, because all the good ones are going to jail for saying things like maybe Muslims should stop raping our little girls. So
yeah.
It's even worse than that. A man was arrested the other day for literally just saying outside one of these
hotels,
visitor hotels, "I love bacon."
Yep.
He was arrested.
Wait, that's illegal?
Yeah, you
apparently
can't
so.
Well, it's offensive to Muslims because, you know,
coming from a legal background myself, I'm thinking, under what fucking law,
Sharia,
could you possibly prosecute someone for saying something like that? But the rule of law doesn't apply in Britain anymore. It's just whatever the government says.
It's now Sharia law, and they just won't come out right and say that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. No.
Yeah. So, it's, I don't know. Basically, England's fucked, but our buddy Abe here needs to spread his seed. So, you know, hit him up, ladies.
Hop on board, ladies.
Yeah, I'm going to have to repopulate the earth with a new British nation somewhere. Let's make it happen, folks.
You know, it's funny. I was listening to one of Truism's streams the other day, and he was going on, or one of his videos, I think he put out about his redheaded regret, and he specifically used the phrase, "I would have put a nation in her." Or I would have had a nation with her. Either way, he used the word nation in regards to lots of kids, and it was really funny.
Nice.
Amazing.
Yeah. That's a fun video.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Yeah. You know, but that's it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, that's the whole thing about you know, adopting, right? So when you think about that, what this guy's talking about, you could apply directly to the adoption video from earlier, right? Because if the kid grows up with the state, it's going to grow up with the state's values, with the state's, you know, opinions, with the state's like, you know, breaking of its soul, because that's what the state does.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but I was at one time a temporary ward of the state. It did not go well. You know, I kind of sort of have a thing about the state and how it should burn. Worst parent ever, the state. Just saying. But by taking in this kid, right? They're giving this kid not only a chance at having a somewhat normal childhood, or at least a you know, a good childhood. I don't know if normal is the word. I mean, I guess, you know, it's two heterosexual people who are married to each other and apparently love each other. So yeah, normal. And that's a good thing, but it kind of leans into what the second video was saying about how, like, you don't get to choose who this person is. You just get to try and present the best possible environment. But what they do with that is going to be entirely up to them. And it looks, you know, that applies to adopted kids as well. It's not just a genetic thing, right? The kid's going to take in whatever stimulus, whatever input is presented to it, and it's going to apply that however it will. You know, the person is the person no matter what. But you can't really control how that's going to go. But what you can control is what kind of input is available, right? Yeah. Also, why kids shouldn't be on fucking TikTok or Nickelodeon or any of that
Phones
shit.
in general, internet in general, really.
Right.
Go outside. Grass,
don't just
be normal.
Don't just throw an iPad at them. Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm a little confused, or I've been sounding a little confused, like everything that I've just said here is sort of disjointed, but I just don't, you know, every one of us was somebody's miracle. Every single one of us was somebody's miracle, right?
I like that.
I never thought of the dad and the dad's dad and the dad. All that has to line up all the way back to, I don't know, Adam for you to be born.
Yeah.
You know what's really funny? The idea was given to me there's a band called Nightwish from Finland. They put
Yeah,
out an
I love
album a
them.
couple of years ago, and the song that they did a song called, it's like 20 fucking minutes long, called "The Greatest Show on Earth," and in it, though the song is written by an avowed atheist, right? Tuomas Holopainen is not a, he writes a lot of like poetic shit about God and all that, but he's not a believer by any means. But he talks about the sheer miracle that any of us are here today in this song, and he puts it beautifully, and that idea has stuck with me since.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus, there's this really killer drum solo in the middle of it that kind of drives the point home. But
man, at their peak, I would say probably like the early to mid noughties. They were just bangers after bangers, man.
Best 2 albums they ever did were with Annette Olsen.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a hot take if you guys know the band, because everybody's all up Floor's ass. But and Floor is technically the better singer, but the best albums they put out were with Annette.
Me too, gal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think the other two noticed Clue.
I wasn't looking.
No, I
I was
noticed.
like-
I noticed.
Like me too.
I just
I just want to unmute and say yeah, and then mute back up.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the thing. Cancer is also a clump of cells, and that's the other analogy that they're just like, oh, well, cancer's a clump of cells. These are a clump of cells. Might as well treat them the same way and cut it out. No. Cancer is a malignant clump of cells that are growing in a way that is detrimental not only to themselves but to other healthy cells around them. What a baby is doing is becoming a new life form.
Yeah.
Right? It's very different, but you're 100% right to call out the whole like, oh yeah, I'm a clump of cells too, because we all are, right? And let's like so eventually somebody said at some point that they're going to have like 42-month abortions. Right, that's a 2-year-old.
You're going to bore all the way up to kindergarten.
Yeah.
I remember years ago when this was more of an article designed to talk about the moral implications of abortion, and given the parasite argument, given the mental state of a human child up until a certain age, you could argue it's no different than killing an animal. But animals don't have the potential of humans.
Mm-mm.
They can't do anything that humans do.
Which again is why your pets are not your children, folks.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'm
so
a dog mom.
No, you're not. You're a dog owner.
So my counter argument to that, to whoever presented it as a reasonable or legitimate argument, of which I'm glad to say I found very few. I said, well, okay, let's regard society as a mother. Why can't we abort anyone of any age at any time?
Yeah. Abort your
Why not?
parents, like the Menendez brothers.
Exactly. Because if we're reducing human life
Mm-hmm.
to such a non-existent state of value, then it never has value.
Abort.
Hi, Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Have you, Larry? Have you been following the conversation?
No, I just logged in right now.
Okay. Well, we're kind of discussing abortion at the moment, but in terms of like adoption and nature versus nurture and that sort of thing.
Well, my 2 sisters are adopted. They're real sisters, but they are adopted.
Yeah. And that's kind of how the conversation's been going. Like there was Millie Bobby Brown adopted a kid. She's 21. Her
She's an
husband's
adult.
young.
She's an adult. She's successful. That's her business.
Like the internet was upset because she's young. Why not have your own baby? Or they compared it to, well, why are they treating it like it's PetSmart type of thing? Like there was a whole thing with that. And then we also watched a video about the nature versus nurture. A guy basically saying you can't design your children, no matter what classical music you put around your belly when they're in the womb, or the mobiles that are above them, like all of that type of stuff you can still do and create a good environment for them, but they're still going to be the people that they will develop into based on the clump of cells that they were when they were born. And you just need to be able to help them survive and become better people, but you can't essentially blame yourself for every little thing that they become.
Right. You gotta provide guardrails for them, obviously, but the journey is theirs.
Yeah. Be the shepherd. You can't change them and make them into a dog, the sheep, but you can guide them.
Yeah. Be the shepherd. Don't try to be the engineer.
Yeah, that was it. The engineer.
I don't understand why people are making a big deal out of it. They made an announcement. Okay, that's great. Let it go. I mean, it's not you. You're not paying her bills. So, what? Why are you making a big deal? It's a bunch of haters, man. They're just stupid.
Yeah.
It's all going to get worse from Sydney Sweeney. It's going to get worse and worse.
That's a whole nother thing.
That was the test.
And that was a whole nother thing too. And they made a big deal out of nothing with that.
I mean, come on. Her initials are SS.
Right.
I mean,
I never thought of that.
referring to what we were talking about earlier, I'd put a nation in her as well.
Well, I
was just assuming I was just assuming like the connection Clue was making with Sweeney was, the milkers. Or
hell yeah.
Sure it was. I mean, I had a friend whose initials was KY. I mean, just
nice.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just like I said, I've repeated this, I think, a number of times already this show, but I think it bears repeating. Each of us is someone's miracle.
Yeah.
To do anything to disrupt or to harm that is anathema to life itself.
It's abhorrent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
So, but I mean, you guys know I got a thing about people who fuck around with kids, who harm them, who perform.
Yeah, I got a wood chipper out back. It's
bomb them. Who, yeah.
Oh, not those kind of people that fuck around with kids.
Oh no, them too.
They're included. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. So look, and here's the thing, right? Like everybody grows up with some amount of what Gen Zers call trauma, right? From their parents or whatever. It's not trauma. It's fucking, your parents are people too. They make fucking mistakes, right? They're not perfect. Everybody grows up with some measure of being fucked up a little bit by their parents, right?
Yeah.
Everybody does. How you deal with that, how you move forward, that's on you.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't remember the title of the song right now. It's by Stained, but there's a line in it where he says, I cannot blame this on my father. Right. Also another
Did
line.
the best he could for me.
Song.
Yeah.
Really didn't need the karaoke version, but
no, but that's the way I think of it as well.
Right.
It's like, I love my parents completely.
Right. But I mean,
they didn't do everything perfectly, but as you grow up, you realize people can only do so much.
Sure, sure. But as a child myself, like I am somebody's child, I'm also a parent, but I am somebody's child myself. There comes a point in every person's life where you have to start taking responsibility for the things that happen in and around you.
Yeah.
Because they are your choices. They are not your parents' fucking fault. They are not somebody else's fault. They're not God's fault. They're not the dirt's fault. They're not anybody else's, except you.
Yeah.
You are responsible for the choices that you make and the consequences that they engender.
Yeah. I don't blame my parents for anything. I take responsibility for all of my actions throughout the course of my life. They did the best they could, and that's good enough.
Well, That's fine, Abe. I blame your parents for anything I didn't get. How about that?
It's because he's white, isn't it?
That's got nothing to
He's
do with
white.
it. It got nothing to do with it. It has to do with them not being in the same country.
Oh, I was just
God
gonna say it's
damn.
because he's British, so that makes sense.
Well, we get the blame for fucking everything else under the sun.
No, that's France.
That's a valid point.
Yeah, but that's justified.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the French do fuck up a lot.
Yeah.
They run away
And
from a lot.
we were at war with them for like
Yeah, they do.
half a millennium. So
Then you got Macron. And,
What a bitch.
As I call him I call him Macrocon.
macaroon nuts.
Yeah.
Anywho,
God damn.
Sorry to wax a little melancholy on you folks, but it's this is I think it's important for people to realize, particularly new parents need to realize the very first thing you need to realize once the shock and the initial amazement wears off, right? Because it will.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that as a pun because our buddy Shock just had a kid or whatever, but he's still in that moment. He's still in that.
I withheld the joke. Just saying.
Although I do mean him too, because it's going to happen to him too. But there comes a point where you're just going to have to realize that this is a person actual and whole. You're responsible for their safeguarding and their rearing. And your sole job, your sole purpose is to ensure that they reach adulthood in as close to one piece as possible, right? Capable of fending for themselves and possibly even doing the job you just did at some point, but that is your purpose at that point. But you in no way get to decide who they are. They are who they are.
Yeah.
And I know somebody out there's going to take that and twist that and be like, oh, you mean, like all those parents who sent their kids to the pray the gay away camp. It's like, no. You're talking about sexual preferences. And again, frankly, yeah, you don't get any say over whatever that ends up being either. But that's not what I meant by they are who they are, because that is one aspect of a person. It is not the totality of their selves.
Well, does it work? Praying the gay away?
I don't know. I think some of them hang themselves. So I
Well,
guess, yeah.
Technically, it kind of worked. Didn't want the results you were looking for, but it did work.
It went away somewhere. Yeah.
It did go away.
God
That
damn.
joke came out a lot darker than it was in my head.
This is the void after all that we scream into.
And South Park did an episode on that as well.
Oh man, that episode, that whole bit where he opens up the door for Butter's roommate was so fucking funny.
Yep.
But like in the worst way.
Yeah.
But you understand what I'm saying. That's the other thing. We got to stop focusing, parents or non-parents, people in general, society in general has to stop focusing on mere aspects of a personality as representative of the whole, because that is simply not true. Human beings are complex creatures. We're made up of all kinds of different shit, right? The fact that dude over there, say, likes getting fucked in the ass, and that dude over there likes, I don't know, marching around with silly looking armbands with his hands straight up in the air, right? Those are aspects of their personality. They are not all that they are.
Son, put the mirror down. Come on.
I mean, I don't want to.
Just put it down.
But you get my point, right? It's like we're always focused on the minutia and not the person, not the whole.
Yeah.
Right. Because I'm right wing, but then that's what a lot of people out there would be focused on. He's right wing. He's just not worth listening to. I'm also
He's right wing with a very sore ass.
To a degree, an artist. I'm also a man of faith.
I mean, it's gotta be sore from the ramming that video game.
I think you guys are missing my
all
fucking
week.
point. But you guys are missing the point. The point is like
that green on Sam's ass ain't just his skin color.
Your point, Sam.
Oh, he got the point. He
No,
got it all
fuck
week
it.
from that.
Y'all got this.
He got it all week for that video game.
This is what happens when topics make people uncomfortable. They make silly jokes.
It didn't make me uncomfortable. I'm just stating the fact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you to get some help, Sam. Jesus.
There's gonna come a day when each of these motherfuckers is gonna like look in the mirror and they'll see me behind them.
Good luck with that, Sam. Where do I live? Good luck finding me too, because even though you know my first and last name, there's over 300 people with my exact name in California alone. So good luck with that. It's gonna take you quite a while.
I'm sure it will. But it's not impossible. Anyway, the point is that I was referring to the identity politics, the boxing of people, right? We're not checklists. We're not. We're dynamic, and we're ever changing, and we're complex. And different parts of us conflict with other parts, and other parts complement each other, and it's like this wondrous, and to use a word I used earlier, miraculous chaos that each of us are, right? And to reduce that down to a single aspect or a single opinion or a single, aesthetic choice or whatever is almost a crime. Which is unfortunate because that is a tendency that humans have, right? The whole us and them thing, we like to break it down. And yeah, if you have 99.9% of all things in common, you're going to find that 1.1% that isn't, and you're going to nitpick that shit. And that's what you're going to go to war over.
Yeah. I think the psychological term for it is othering.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that because the psychological term is also the lefty buzzword, and like I said, we tend to put people in categories and fuck the leftists.
I don't do that with them leftists. They got rabies, man.
Hi, Bernie. Welcome. So I don't know. I'm just kind of riffing off here. Does anybody else have any actual thoughts on the matter?
Oh, those weren't our actual thoughts that we had.
What about me getting blasted in the ass?
That's a thought.
It is a thought.
That is a thought.
It has nothing to do with what I was talking about, but it is a thought.
It's a life event.
I fucking hate all of you.
I wasn't doing nothing.
The way you said that.
Yeah, but you're here.
Like you were 9.
I know. I said it the way on purpose. Why am I getting lumped into this?
Because you're here.
That's rude. I'm here to look pretty. God.
Yeah. Also to bring stuff up on screen. So Sasquatch didn't make this one, so he's going to miss out on this part, unfortunately. But we do have another interesting little topic that came up last night.
No.
Let's get to the nightmarish stuff.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
I don't wanna. I will food.
Oh, is it that good?
Maybe.
It's about ethics, kind of. No, it's definitely about ethics.
Now you understand why.
This chick. Okay. What she got to say now?
Donkey's back.
What the hell is
I
that?
want to talk about why one.
What?
I said I just looked up at the screen. What the hell is that?
That is a scientist on the
Placenta?
spectrum.
That's a character out of Shrek.
No, she's a real person. She's just kind of fuckered up.
A little bit.
I want to talk about why one would take the tiny human brains that you can grow from stem cells and put them in an engineered body. So specifically what we talked about was taking a brain organoid, so that's the little brain, and you can attach it to an eye organoid, so you can give it an eye that can perceive light, and then you give it the ability to pass through neurons and control muscles operating as the body. What has effectively been created is a bodyoid with a brain. So you can create all sorts of little organs, and you can even create a body minus the brain. This was the concept of making a body.
Look at that headline. Look at the second line in that headline.
That's not.
And why are you
truism.
growing?
Why are you even saying that? Nope, that means that's what you're doing. Nope.
We promise you guys that's you're not gonna go missing in the middle of the night. You know, we haven't been watching Alien Earth. You're not gonna go to sleep and wake up in a.
I swear it's not hentai.
Yeah, it's totally a vagabundo thing to say. I swear it's not hentai, and then proceeds to describe hentai.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's just out here catching strays for no reason.
Right. Well, he shouldn't say it's not hentai when it clearly is.
In all fairness, it's always hentai, people.
Right.
It's always hentai.
So she's essentially talking about like basically creating living human tissue and attaching a separate organoid grown separately to the human tissue to regulate it and keep it alive so that they can perform tests on it. But the tissue itself, prior to that, has no brain of its own and therefore no sensor, blah, 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 and all that stuff. So that's where it gets fucking weird.
So you have something that you can run experiments on, minus the brain, but you can also reverse engineer it and create all of it in what I call a homunculus. I say homunculus affectionately, but it really allows researchers to conduct research without the need for an animal or a person involved.
Yeah, again, she says the word homunculus affectionately. That's funny because homunculus is precisely the correct word for this.
That's the first time I've ever heard someone describe a homunculus in such a term. Yeah,
affectionately. So, for those of you who are not aware, the term homunculus comes from the ancient alchemists, right? Who would talk about being able to create these little men to experiment on and do their bidding and all that sort of thing. But they were artificial men, right? Not robots exactly. They were made of flesh and bone, but they weren't.
They're skin sacks.
Autonomous, exactly. Yeah. Like little golems of flesh.
Yeah.
Now, the brain organoids, being the spookiest of all of them, are the disembodied brains, and there's a lot of stuff that you can do with them. One of the big ideas was using them to repair strokes, and that has been done in mice, it's been done in monkey models. You can grow a tiny human brain, transplant that into another brain, and it will grow and repair the damage. It'll make projections throughout the brain that it's been put in. And weirdly, yes, it has been put in mice. When placed in mice, it is capable of changing behavior in the mouse. It's also capable of restoring function when damage has occurred.
So,
if you look at this...
That is a chimera. Right? All those things that Alex Jones is always going about, how they're making like fucking hybrid animals, right? If they're putting human brain organoids into mice and it's changing the behavior of the mouse, that is a hybrid animal. That is a chimera.
Yeah.
It is not purely mouse anymore. And that's fucked up.
It's Mouse 1000.
Picture, you can see why it really hasn't been tried in humans. While it does have a lot of positive effects, that's not what a brain should look like. So we as humanity want to make sure that the research is up to par and more harm will not be done. If the first experiments in getting these into people don't go well, it could hamstring the entire field. Now, I do have several ethical questions about the bodyoids, and really, I don't even know what I think about it any longer. Creating a cloned body without a brain would hypothetically be an ethical way to run experiments, but you can clearly reverse engineer it. Create a body with a brain, so long as you grow it separately from a cloned human and it's not, made from an embryo, it's just made from cells. It's ethical, right? You can see a mouse brain here, and it has a brain organoid that has been grown for 8 months inside of its skull. It really does fit with it. It starts working with the...
Is it ethical?
No, it's not ethical.
As long as it's grown from cells and not from an embryo. What the fuck is an embryo then? Is an embryo not cells?
Yep.
What kind of cells? Where are you getting these cells? What specific cells are you using?
Oh, but Sam, we're all just a lump of cells.
A lump of cells.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, and I would argue, by the way, the brain organoid taking over the fucking mouse is probably the only example of human parasitism that I would accept as an argument.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is wild shit. This is wild shit. And she's sitting here and she's like, I've got several ethical questions. I'm just not sure if this is ethical or not. I was like, look, rule of thumb, if you can't tell if it's ethical or not, it's probably not.
Makes sense.
You know, just err on the side of caution and maybe don't do it.
Yeah.
The native neurons and it vascularizes and it functions. This is just one way to keep them alive long term. Vascularizing them has come a very long way. You could even give them Nissel hearts. But really, the best way to keep one alive is inside of the body of something else. But that being human brains, there are ethical questions about what the experience is. And when you experiment on animals and even people under certain circumstances, there is always the risk of suffering. This pushes the boundaries of what ethics could have ever conceived of. I don't think anyone thought that this would happen.
Can we talk about the fact that she just said, like, blanket statement, all animals, but humans in certain circumstances, there's suffering. Like, what?
Yeah, she.
That's why Squatch doesn't like her.
She's a bit of a lefty nut job on some things. Yeah.
You were going to say something, Sam. Sorry.
There's a risk of suffering.
Yeah.
A risk of suffering. So we know by her own videos, by the way, we know that brain organoids are aware enough to sense and to feel, right? But they can't scream because they aren't growing them with like mouths, you know. I think here in a bit she talks about how they're building eye organoids and attaching them to brain organoids so that it can kind of see, right? Would not the mere existence of such a thing be suffering?
Well,
yes.
Well, what if you could? Oh, sorry. What if you could So if you suppress the nervous system and they can't feel any pain, could you do the experiment then ethically? They can't feel it.
I don't think so. I don't think that's ethical either. I don't think there's anything about this that I don't think there's any way to make it ethical. You know, because the lack of sensation is also a sensation.
I don't know about that.
You're basically saying feeling nothing is still a feeling.
Well, mentally, especially.
Like, say it can't physically feel anything, right? But it still has some awareness.
I mean, we are talking about simplistic organisms, though. Yeah.
Yeah, we are talking about simplistic organisms, and there are certain things that we can't ever know for sure. Like, we can't know for sure. Like, we can know how a paramecium reacts to external stimuli, but we don't know for sure if it feels it or how it feels it or any of that stuff because, like, we're not it. We can't ever know that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it isn't feeling shit.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Things. And that some of those things are an equivalent to what we would consider suffering.
I mean, this is essentially the argument that vegans employ. So how far do you take it? Because we now know that, you know, plants experience the sensation of dying. And we already know that animals do. So where the hell is our food source going to come from? But we kill them all, and we eat them all.
So we do kill and eat animals. We do. We also, in theory, use as much of the animal as possible so it doesn't go to waste. And if possible, we kill them in what we conceive of as the least suffering kind of way. You do it as quickly and as painlessly as we possibly can. I mean, you're still going to kill them. It's still going to suck. But if it only sucks for a second, it's better than it sucking for 6 hours.
Right.
Right.
But those are creatures with nervous systems. You can experience pain.
Yeah. They also have eyes, and they have ears, and they have the ability to smell. I mean, they have all the same senses that we do, and who knows? Maybe they got some we don't.
And they're infinitely more complicated creatures than the ones that are proposed here.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we should can the whole project. Is that what you're saying?
Frankly, I think we probably should just stop fucking around with this stuff in the first place. They're obviously not going to. They're going to continue to further along. But I just, like I say, I got questions about where exactly these cells are coming from in the first place that they're growing the organoids from, and because
let's say, for example,
about their sources.
If you were to volunteer your own cells, and you gave permission for these things to be created, would you find that morally acceptable?
So it's funny that you bring that up. A couple weeks back, I had a story that we didn't really dive into about a musician who did exactly that. He donated some blood cells so they could,
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he died, right? But before he did, he gave total permission for them to grow like whatever they wanted and to do whatever they wanted with it. But they're growing brain organoids that they are then using stimuli to sort of force to create music. Like they're plugging them into like AI programs and that kind of thing, right? To sort of augment the programs themselves with the, I don't want to say genetic memory because I don't think that's quite accurate, but something of the musician himself seems to have remained in those cells, right? Or at least that's the theory. That's the experiment, right? And when they do this, they're creating these brain organoids that, yes, are grown from cultures of his blood cells.
Yeah.
But if they are, in fact, aware, are they not separate organisms?
Well, yeah, this would be true of anything that's even remotely cloned from someone else.
Let me refer you to, so there was a movie, I think, a while back called The Island. I think it was called The Island, where it was basically a bunch of fucking clones running around. And
Ewan McGregor.
They found out that their sole purpose was to be there just in case the person they were cloned from needed a fucking organ transplant.
Yeah.
Right?
I need to watch that.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It isn't so much that this specific thing, Abe, is on that level, but this is where it starts. Right? This is how we get to that point.
Yeah.
I mean, everything started from somewhere, though.
Yeah. And a lot of it was bad.
Yeah. And
a few of it was good.
Without that.
Without the foresight to know that this could end up in a place we really, really don't want to fucking be in the future. Like, yeah, we'd absolutely go down this path. I'm just saying, because we can see where this might lead, maybe we should fucking not do it.
Yeah, but that's always been true of every era, of every new technology.
And we keep fucking up.
But we can now support a human population larger than ever before.
Sure.
Healthier than ever before.
Down in an instant.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just saying, not all progress is worth it, man.
If I clone somebody cell for cell, is that clone that person?
No.
And if not, what didn't I clone? It's cell for cell. So what's missing to make that person the first person?
I mean, if you could create an exact copy of the neuronal configuration of that person and then imprint it onto the brain of the new clone, it would be materially indistinguishable from you.
But it's still not you.
But it's not.
But it's not you, because from that point onwards, you're two individuals who happen to have the same thoughts, feelings, memories, etc.
But it may not remain that way because at that point your paths diverge. You're having separate
Yeah,
experiences.
of
Even
course.
the mere experience of sitting across a table from one another and seeing
Which would be closer than
the clone
identical twins,
would
though.
change how you perceived it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think what's interesting about that, well, first of all, the likelihood of that happening at our current level of technology is very, very slim because, like, as far as I know, we don't have that kind of accelerated growth, right?
Yeah.
But,
I mean, with these experiments, it could lead to that path, though.
Sure,
It
sure,
could do.
that's possible.
Yeah.
3D printed men.
But like as it stands
Yeah.
right now, if I were to clone a whole me from me, right, I'd die of old age by the time it got to my current age.
Right.
You know, so there's that, because it would have to at a certain point it has to just kind of like let the natural growth take, and that's assuming that the cloning was done without incident or without complication, because you never know. Like an experiment like that, like you could end up with like new and rare forms of cancer just popping up too, you know. Like,
Clone cancer.
you know, or genetic breakdown, or, you know, you get the same, like if you saw multiplicity, they
Yeah.
explain it very well there. When you make a copy of a copy of a copy of a copy, right, something in the Xerox gets lost, right? I mean, there's kind, or
Asgard.
even Stargate mentions it with the Asgard and their inability to continue cloning themselves, because the genetic template is so muddied at that point, because they've been cloned over and over and over and over again, kind of thing.
And same for that Arnold Schwarzenegger, end of something, end of days. What?
End of
No,
Days.
it's the clone one. What's the name? Whatever name that one was.
I don't remember which one that was.
Oh, another
It
one.
wasn't
you
Total
mean.
Recall.
No,
It was end of something. I don't know if it was.
Well, End of Days, I think that was
the
him
apocalyptic
versus
one.
Yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
him versus the devil.
you thinking the
Sixth day. Sixth day. Yeah.
Sixth
Thanks,
day.
Brent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but and the point is that there's a risk of that happening on the first go around, not just like 37 go rounds down the road, right? So, like, you could just end up with like sort of an accelerated cellular degradation where shit just unravels inside the cells and falls apart, and then you end up with this lump of fucking organic goo. You know, you know, but that's like, Clue, you've been around the channel a very long time. I'm sure you remember me asking this question before. I know Larry has. Do clones have souls? If so, is the soul itself also a clone of the original host soul? Or is it a new soul? Or do they not have them? And if they do have them, where did they come from? Like, does God give souls to clones if they're made, or is the soul itself, if it has one, merely a duplicate of the thing that was cloned?
I think the soul is in a different dimension. That's all I got. I think it's a different dimension, maybe fifth.
Right. And I'd be inclined to agree with Zillage. If there is one, it would be a new soul, right?
That's what my thought was. Like, even when you think about the LDS way of thinking, like, potentially,
right,
that soul chose that body,
chose that clone.
And that's assuming that they have them at all. You know, like we don't know, you know, but if they did, you know, I would be inclined to think that it would be a new soul. But I mean, we're crossing into some really like weird places where the boundaries between metaphysics and science are kind of overlapping a little bit, and shit's getting blurry. So yeah, I mean, there's a possibility that the soul is innate and that it is in fact cloned from the original. And I don't know how that dilutes it, or how that affects the awareness or the cognizance of this new thing, or if it does at all. It's a curious thing. I don't have answers for this, by the way. I'm just throwing this out there.
Existential conversations and shit.
Well, that among other things.
Yeah. My view is the correct one. Heretics. I mean, you know, you're only a heretic if you're a fucking believer and you turn against it. So that's not accurate.
Just like AI, I want this shit to stop, and it's not going to.
Well, actually, now
AI is going to do some good stuff. They're just doing the bad stuff now.
Well, hold on. Now, I don't know if you saw my message in the SITTV chat. I was reading a business report. They were saying companies are already starting. They're already starting to back off of AI heavily. They're realizing that they put too much on it and they're getting zero returns. So in other words, yeah, we fired a bunch of people thinking AI could do a bunch of stuff, and now we're realizing it can't, and we effed up, and now we're going to try to hire these people back and undo the last 2 years of damage that we just made.
I'll see that. I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah, cat's out of the bag. There's no one doing it.
That's what I said.
I think AI was the excuse to fire all those people.
Oh, of course it was.
Yeah. That and H-1B visas, but we don't talk about
that. But I think the combination of President Trump taking office, the economy shifting and doing I really think they didn't count on something. They took it as a chance to fire a bunch of people and do what businesses do. But I think that something went more wrong than right, because it'd be one thing if it was just one company, but a lot of companies are now saying this, like, hey, we kind of did mess up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
Let's just say I know someone who was recently fired, and the reason that the company gave them was because they're going to be hiring overseas.
Same.
Well, I know several people that got fired, but I mean, that practice has been going on. I mean, take a decade.
Jesus, Clue.
Wow, Clue.
That was Aaron Clary, not my words.
Jesus.
That was Aaron Clary said that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was Aaron Laura that said that. Hurricane Aaron.
Oh, it could be her too. Yeah, she's evil.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I think cat's out of the bag on the AI thing. Companies might want to be cutting back on that shit that's already out there.
I don't know why you have to blame cats. Like, they weren't even part of the conversation, and now you're just blaming everything on cats. I
didn't say anything.
Cats and French.
Fuck.
You said cats out of the bag.
Yeah, you did.
It's an expression meaning you can't put a cat back into a bag if you let it out of, because it won't go in.
No, that was a cat whistle, and you know it.
People don't speak your own fucking language.
You took a dig at cat.
Jesus
Sam out
Christ.
here cat whistling.
And now you're praying again.
I'm sick of that one too, Larry.
I'm just being honest with you.
No, I'm not. It's not. Once again, for clarity's sake, I am not praying. I am taking your God's name in vain, not mine.
You ain't hurting me.
That's a cat whistle to the far occult.
Oh God.
All right. Either I've finished the video or we're done here.
Zillage has a point.
Yeah, shut it, Zillage. You're not helping.
Now you're abusing our visitors, our viewing audience.
I'm gonna start abusing everybody in a minute. Play the fucking video.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's abusive enough. I can't even speak. That's abusive enough.
Don't tempt me with a good time. Oh.
I also don't think we've reached the logical conclusion in which we decide if this stuff is ethical yet. Until a mouse starts speaking for itself, I don't think it's going to be able to tell us what its experience is like. And this will save lives. It gives us access to research organism subjects that we never could have imagined, and there would have been a lot greater risk to using those subjects. This is an alternative to making digital clones. When you make a digital clone, you essentially make a model of a brain or an organism. You can even model the spiking patterns in their brain, and it allows you to run experiments on a computer, essentially. This is the one step in between those clones. You're making a mouse with cloned brains. And keeping these alive for a year or longer is getting a lot more feasible because, like I said, you can provide it with an artificial vascular system.
So
you can essentially act like...
This is important because what she's talking about is extend. I mean, obviously, inside the living biome, you can extend the life of these things quite a bit. But the average lifespan of a brain organoid under ideal conditions, like absolutely ideal conditions with no variables fucking it up, is 100 days.
Yeah.
Right, that's not very long. It's a little over 3 months.
Yeah.
Which means that they got to pump out hundreds of these fucking things to keep like they're plugging them into computer chips, right? To sort of augment the computer's ability, or the chip's ability rather, to process at higher speeds and whatnot. But in order for this to, like, people, like, this is on the market, by the way. You can go out and you can buy brain organoid fucking computer chips for computer upgrades for your computer now. In order for that to remain viable, you have to keep making the fucking things, because those organoids are going to die within 100 days or so under ideal circumstances, and then the chip's fucking worthless.
So I do have to interrupt momentarily because this is very important. She was perfect. We do not have that yet. That is the difference. Okay, Boosh? Lilu was a perfect being.
She was kind of 3D printed, though.
But carry on.
It's true, though.
Yeah, she was 3D printed.
Multi-pass.
Open Dallas.
Big bada boom.
Big bada boom.
I didn't know that was her full name.
Yeah. She says it in the beginning of the movie, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'm just going to call you Lilu because it's a lot."
Namrenyekyo.
Yeah. So I this is
that is a valid
really...
argument, sir. Valid.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Those eyes, man.
Yeah, those eyes.
Uh-huh.
Man. Everybody needs to go watch the first season of True Detective. That's all I'm saying about it. Anyway.
That was a great season.
Just the first one, though. It gets kind of shit after that.
Don't bother with the rest. Yeah.
The first one's excellent. And also, just trust me on this. It's like the 4th or 5th episode. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But this is you'd have to continually purchase new chips, or you'd have to continually purchase basically like tiny human fucking brains in a jar to keep plugging into your chips in order to keep up the same kind of level of.
Well, there is the possibility that they could make these tiny creatures self-replicable. In which case, is that not an entirely new species?
I mean, how is that different from a fetus at that point?
Well, the fetus can't reproduce.
Well, it reproduces.
I mean, it does on a cellular level, but yeah, it would depend on the mechanism through which it reproduced.
Right. If you're just talking like mitosis or whatever.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I could see that being maybe the way to go, because you'd have to replace old cells as they died off anyway. But if you're talking about like actual new organoids being replicated, like in some kind of maybe an asexual process, like an amoeba or something like that.
Yeah.
How do you not end up with fleshy tribbles throughout all of your electronics?
Yeah.
Good question.
That's a fucking gross image.
What's meiosis again? The other one? I forgot what that one does.
Mitosis.
No, what's the other one? Meiosis or meiosis? That's the other one. What is that one?
Yeah. So mitosis is cell replication. It's like when a cell divides, right? And so meiosis would be sexual reproduction, then, where two cells come together to form one thing.
Okay. I knew one of them.
And if that were the case, and you had a bunch of these in like an amniotic sac inside your computer, I mean, they would be unique individuals to some extent, because they'd have their own DNA.
Informed by their experiences, informed by the genes of the organoids that came before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd essentially create a mini civilization that way.
Yeah.
Or, species or whatever, hive mind or whatever.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about the organoids too, though, is that like computer chips, when you link them together, they get, I don't want to use the word smarter exactly, but their processing power increases, just like actual brain cells do.
Yeah. Networking.
Right. And these are actual brain cells. I'm just trying to draw a distinction between a whole human brain inside a human head and these things.
Yeah.
But they do network, and the processing power does increase the more of them you have. So what happens if you end up with a sack of these things, like you said, in some kind of amniotic fluid, and they all start working towards a single purpose, like the fucking mitochondria in Parasite Eve?
Yeah.
Right. Again, that's an extreme fucking situation, but
you never know.
Right?
You never know.
I like that. The machine in iRobot. What's her name?
I don't remember, man. It's been a minute since I saw that.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it.
It's even longer since I read the story. Oh.
Yeah.
I
Vicky.
remember
Her name was
Sunny,
Vicky.
but Sunny was not the killer. So,
It was Vicky, the boss, the mainframe.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, how do you know you don't end up with something like that down the road? You know, like maybe Gladys from Portal, but organic.
Yeah.
Although if you get into the Portal lore, some of that is organic and it gets super fucked up. But
I don't even want to know.
yeah, you should look up the lore of the Waiting Companion Cube at some point. That's all I'm saying.
Even in Star Trek, the ship's computers are partially biological.
Right.
So yeah.
They're hybrids.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
there's even a whole episode of I think it may have been like TNG or Voyager or something, where the ship itself became self-aware, and then they did another version of it in STD, but we speak not of that garbage.
Right.
Hence why it's called STD.
Yeah. Don't touch it, folks.
Speaking
I still have
of,
that open if you want to finish it, Sam.
I think we're probably good. She just goes, she waffles about the ethics of it at the end, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about her thoughts on ethics, so.
You know.
Yeah,
Like,
I've seen enough Trek movies.
I can't tell. It was like, well, again, if you can't tell, it probably isn't. So maybe don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? I think that's you always want to err on the side of the caution in that regard. You know, if you can't decide if something's ethical or not, then
it probably means it isn't.
Yeah.
Then again, though, that is a concept that's culturally determined.
I think there are some things that are pretty constant that we've just been choosing to ignore lately.
In our culture, certainly. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Speaking of choosing to ignore, this was something that wasn't really talked about a whole lot. But I think it needs to be brought up. So some of you guys might have heard about this. Some of you might not have. If you do any of your food shopping at fucking Walmart or associated stores, you might reconsider. Yeah.
I just went last week. Oh, damn.
Especially for shrimp.
Well, I didn't buy any shrimp. So.
Radioactive.
That's why I don't mess with it.
Apparently, Walmart has had to issue a recall on a bunch of shrimp from or Southwind Foods, I guess, has issued a recall. But anyway, they sent it through Great Value, which is the Walmart brand and all that.
Yep.
This is from the FDA's website, by the way. Apparently, the shrimp they've been selling is irradiated.
So we're going to all turn to beast if we eat it?
No, you probably just get cancer.
That's boring. Anyway, go ahead.
That's how radiation works, man. I don't know what to tell you.
I'd like to be a werewolf before I go. Shit.
There is the statistical unlikelihood that you may develop superpowers. It does exist, but chances are no.
Just cancer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's contaminated
cesium.
Yeah, which is a byproduct of fun nuclear stuff.
So this is the PSA part of the stream.
Yeah, I this is something that I think was probably important enough to say something about. You know, like people shop where they shop and they eat what they eat and whatnot. I'm just saying, if you buy Great Value shrimp, you might want to not eat that. Throw it away. Get rid of it.
We should have had like the whole "we're not doctors" thing along the bottom, probably for most of this.
This is not medical advice.
That is. Oh fuck yeah! I got to put the thing up, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to find the thing first. There it is. There it is. I found the thing.
There you go.
Secondly, Ardent Party said exactly the correct response to Clue's query. Your superpower is most likely going to be dying faster.
Touche.
What the fuck?
What?
We need better shrimp. Better shrimp, please.
How did they do that to the shrimp? Actually, they did fish them out of a contaminated area of the ocean. Yeah, at least that's the implication here. I'm trying to find exactly where it says what happened with it, but I don't think it does on this thing. It's from like near Sri Lanka, I guess. They're saying at this time, no product that is tested positive or alerted for cesium-137 has entered the U.S. marketplace, but like, why risk it?
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
May as well put it out there, just in case.
Right. Yeah. Indonesia. I'm sorry. The company was located in Indonesia. So probably out in the waters.
The irony of it being called the best yet.
Right.
Damn. Great American from Indonesia.
Yeah. Anyhow, there's a recall out on that. And this is just kind of the whole PSA thing, like I was saying. It's just like, I think this is probably important to know because not everybody who watches this this show is in the U.S. and you know who knows where else they're fucking selling it at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but,
you never know.
You know, for reference, the company that sold the shrimp was known as processed by PT Bahari Makmur Sejati, doing business as BMS Foods. The recall was issued by Southwind Foods LLC. So apparently there's a place called Beaver Street Fisheries. That's fucking hilarious.
That sounds sanitary.
Beaver Street Fisheries.
They're in Jacksonville, so that makes sense. Beaver Street Fisheries.
Mm-hmm.
Was that fish or is that beaver?
That's some fishy-smelling beavers. Let's say that much. God damn.
Any other stores affected, or their shrimp is safe?
It looked like it was mostly
Great Value.
the Great Value, which is through Walmart, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Sam's Club.
Well, they do sell everything cheap, so
Great Value indeed.
They do cut corners a lot to get those prices.
Yeah.
Yeah. They call the brand that Walmart sells Great Value here in the States too. So yeah, it's
the like generic brand type.
Right. Cancer isn't Great Value.
I mean,
no, it's not
cheap.
Yeah.
You know, so far I smoke a lot, and so far I haven't gotten the cancer, which means that this has turned into a very expensive project for me.
Yeah,
because I've been smoking for almost 30 years.
Well, your species doesn't get cancer from cigarettes,
right? But that doesn't mean I can't try like hell. Oh man, that's I think that'll probably conclude the show today. There's a few other things we could bring up, but nothing that was super important or pressing or anything like that, because I have not actually been paying that much attention to like politics and world stuff going on, and it's been really fucking nice actually.
Yeah.
So
less depressing for sure.
Somebody brought up the Chinese wombs.
Yeah, I did see that. In fact, I think I put an image of that in the group chat on Twitter.
If you'd like to be further depressed, apparently those 87,000 IRS people that lost their jobs, yeah, they're bringing them back. All for the big, beautiful bill. That's a good update, right?
The BBL bill, I call it.
Okay. You know,
gotta get that BBL. Nice.
I seem to remember some things that were said on the campaign about, fewer taxes, maybe cutting the balls off the IRS. If not, he never said he was going to get rid of them, which he should, but.
This was just one tweet that I know of, and I haven't looked further into it, but yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe there's nothing to it. Maybe it's just somebody fucking panicking over.
I don't know what AF Post is.
Yeah, AF Post is. I know that name. That's
News and alerts from around America First perspective. Not affiliated with any organization, podcast, or activist.
Yeah, because America First is also Nick Fuentes' whole brand as well.
Gotcha.
Which he co-opted.
He ain't America First if he wants fucking Gavin Newsom to be president.
I agree.
It's America Last.
Yeah. I also think he isn't America First if he wants all the fucking black people and Mexicans to get out either. Some of them are Americans. They deserve to be here just like everybody else. Anybody who's not a Christian, he wants to push into the fucking sea. I don't think that's very America First.
Well, it's not very Christian-like either.
Yeah.
No, of course it isn't.
True. So, and
it's almost like Nick Fuentes is a fucking moron.
He has actively said multiple times live in front of crowds, it's been recorded over and over again, that he does want to see all Jews dead.
Yeah.
Like worldwide.
He's a real winner.
No, nobody.
I don't think you should go. I don't think you should be going after those people like that.
I wonder how much he got paid to say
they could take out Michael Jackson. They could take your punk ass out.
I mean, if they wanted to, that's assuming, like Larry said. I mean, maybe they're paying him to say this stuff.
They don't care about us.
Nick Fuentes.
I said it. There you go.
I don't see. Here's the thing. I don't know that he is necessarily a Fed. I think he is certainly being used.
He's a useful idiot.
But I don't know that he's on their payroll necessarily.
Yeah.
He might be. I don't know. He was at January 6th and didn't get arrested too. So
maybe they're saying we'll protect you if you cover
but then
certain
again,
talking points.
Shoe on Head was also at January 6th and didn't get arrested. So was Chrissy Mayer.
Yep.
She has a great channel.
So was what's that dude's name? Chris Yoon. Chris Yoon. Yeah, he was over there. But I think Nick Fuentes is a useful idiot. I think Aaron Laura sent him to this country to destabilize it.
Sounds about right.
From Mexico?
Sounds about right.
From anywhere she could find him. She probably cloned somebody and then reprogrammed it and said, "Hey, your new name is Nick."
Yeah.
Is he like Cuban or something like that?
Nah, it doesn't fucking really
Mexican.
matter. Like there's a lot of people going around saying like, "Yo, he can't be white. He has a Mexican last name." I was like, first of all, the language is Spanish, and secondly, the Spanish are white, and thirdly, there are a lot of white people in Latin fucking America who, if you go to Mexico, it's all white people on the fucking news all the time. They're all Mexicans too. The brown ones are the ones you see in the street working.
This is the only information that matters.
And Nick is a
homunculus.
He is a goofy little weird man. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is like some Latinos are white. Some of them are black. Some of them are Asian. Right. Some of them are what we generally think of, which is kind of a mestizo, sort of a mix between European and native, but and then you got the straight up Indian ones that nobody fucking likes. So, but that like his being Mexican or his name being Spanish, I don't think has any bearing on his actual ethnicity, because Spanish speaking covers like a third of the fucking world.
Well, right, and just look at not Snow White, whatever the fuck, Rachel Zegler.
Yeah,
she's been very quiet lately.
Yeah, it's because
cost the company $300 million. It does that to you all the time.
Well, she had a bit of a flare up a couple of weeks ago, and she was freaking out about them not giving her the job she thought she deserved, but that was about it.
Yeah, I think she's basically been blacklisted at this point because he's just
it'd be the smart
Hollywood
move.
poison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ardent Party, when I say Indian, I mean it in the old sense where we didn't really give a shit if it offended people to refer to Native Americans that way.
I mean, you could just ask Boop Boop versus How.
Yeah. See, and in Canada, I know I know that you mean dots, not feathers, but I'm talking feathers here. So,
So the How.
yeah.
We've got a lot of the dot ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we don't either, though.
Yeah.
Patel.
Yeah. So, anyhow, I don't know if that has anything to do with anything with him and all that. I do think he's gay, and I do think that he is being used by people.
He's definitely gay. Definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe his job is just to divide up the right.
Or build an army.
Of gays. Yeah, I agree.
A gay army?
Yeah, of cowboys. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And that's not me
They're
making
gonna-
a slight against cats, by the way, Gal. That's an actual thing in his lore is gay cat boys. Look it up.
Yeah. They're going to march through the streets with their fake paws and little kitty ears and everything,
I don't know.
wearing
why you
virtually
said that,
nothing.
man. I didn't even know what you were talking about.
He's
Mhm.
he's another Milo, you know. Well, the difference is Milo doesn't hide the fact that he's gay as fuck. He's very
Oh, he
open.
does.
Comes
tried
right
to
out there and
while.
says it.
He tried for a while by saying he was gonna stop being gay.
Yeah, but he
into
didn't fool
women now.
anybody, and he's
Yeah.
been out there for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
funny is
yeah, it's
Milo
like-
will go after Fuentes. It's really funny.
A friend of mine knows Milo Yiannopoulos, and just because you start reading out Bible verses doesn't somehow stop you from being gay.
Yeah.
Okay?
It could help.
Like if you
It
were
might
actually
do.
reading it, maybe.
I don't know. It might do. But in his case, no.
It's like I think I just don't want to be gay anymore, so I'm not gonna.
I mean, yeah. I don't
Why not?
want
I
to.
don't know. That's about like what's her face, JoJo Siwa saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gay now," and then
Yeah, I'm gay
not
now
all of a
until
sudden, 'cause she
I
never
change my
was.
mind. Yeah.
Yeah, until she had a conversation with a working man.
Well, it was,
Yeah.
it
And she was
making
like, oh
work,
my
but
God.
yeah.
I didn't know what gay was at all.
And now
Take
she's
any of
happily
these
married
people
to a dude.
seriously.
Yep.
Shocking that. Or what's her fucking face? The singer.
Fucking, she used to be a Disney kid too.
Not
Miley Cyrus?
No.
Are you talking about?
She had
Dua
that
Lipa?
yogurt shop issue. She was a Disney kid. Sam was
Yeah,
right.
yeah. That's
Okay.
Who's
She
a
was
singer?
like, she
Yeah, she's
changed her
got
pronouns for a while, and then
short
she got
hair,
yeah, fuck, and then
got real fat for a minute.
yep, not Dua Lipa. It was
No,
like a
she's
name
Raven
similar,
Simone?
but
White.
Oh.
Demi Lovato.
Close enough.
That's it. Demi Lovato.
Demi
yeah.
Lovato.
She's close.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah.
Thank you, chat. Yes,
Like
Demi Lovato.
there was a yogurt shop that went viral because she bitched about them like misgendering her when she had the stupid goddamn.
Yeah, she just put out a
Oh,
new
yeah.
video where
Bullshit.
she's having yogurt in that yogurt shop and being like, "I feel so much better now," and she's lost weight. She looks healthier, and she's calling herself a woman again.
And then she got married to a man, and then she went to the yogurt shop and did a dance thing to make fun of herself.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's great.
Actually, I don't have any issue with her making fun of herself. That's a
Yep.
good thing.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Saves us
No
the
after
problem
she-
trouble.
with that.
After
Yeah.
she got sane again, she literally got sane and made fun of herself for being insane.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. You can't call
Ladies?
her any istrophobes or anything because it's herself.
Ladies, if you think you're gay, maybe try some penis.
Find a
The more you know.
The great horse pill.
What's that medication that they're
The great
they're
horse pill.
passing out? Yeah, it's called try dick again.
Yeah.
That's a freaking viral video of a woman. Ugh.
I'm just not hearing it.
Yeah.
Try some dick again or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Try some dick again.
It was like
all
a dad
one word.
It was a dad joke.
And
that
ladies,
You got
ladies,
a
if
bad
you
case of need a cock in you.
if you'd like a nation inside you, then sign up for Abe Juice today, and we can create a brand new British nation free of our government's bullshit. Sign up now at abejuice.com or what the fuck ever. Or contact me at Abe's Gonna Get You everywhere.
Penicillin. Fuck me, Arden. That's fucking great.
Penicillin.
Oh shit.
Even Aaron Lord eat yogurt, quote unquote. Yeah, it's chock full of very manly hormones. That yogurt.
Fucking hell.
All right, let's end the show.
This show is going to get canceled.
Oh man, let's go around the horn and let everybody know where you're gonna be and how to find you. Start up with Clue.
I'm on Twix or Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. At Clue Channel, I believe. And that's it. I haven't been streaming in a while. I'm just on other people's panels. There you go.
Oh, fair enough. Always glad to have you back, brother.
For sure.
Abe with us. Abe, what do you got going on? What do you got coming
up? Why we're here.
Let's see. I think this is actually my final stream of the week.
So sleep.
That's a thing for you?
Yeah. Some days are sort of free-ish. Well, the night is young. It's only 1:20 over here, so we'll see. Yeah, I'd like to plug my brand new show with Jack Tarlad on Tuesday nights, 10:30 p.m. British time. It's myself and my good friend Jack Tarlad. It's called The Jack and Abe Show. And yes, that is a double entendre. Then, as normal, I'll be doing a Hump Day Chinwag on Wednesday from 8 p.m. our time. Thursday and Friday, I'm going to be recording more Stargate reviews with my good friends from the Full Aussie. And then from Saturday, 1 a.m., I'll be over on Rockefeller Plaza's channel. Then I'll be back again for Samuel's stream. Then the pub. Then a few hours later, probably on Full Aussie. A few hours later, probably on Anime After Dark. Then a few hours after that, I'll be right back here. And I think that might be everything. But honestly, I don't even remember anymore.
I think I'm just going to have to make another ticker just for all this stuff you're on.
Right.
Yeah.
Put it in green.
Yeah. It's just Abe shit along the bottom.
Right? Oh, man. Larry, you got anything you want to announce? Anywhere you're going to be, what you got coming up, new content, that sort of thing?
Well, I will be in the chat moderating on the Exile Lioness 2 channel later tonight. I have a new video up on my Nice Lore channel. I will be doing some more content, and you can catch me right here next Friday with Sam. We are starting the Road to Halloween next week, and we are starting it off with some good old horror-based trivia.
Nice.
Yeah.
Clue, you're welcome to attend if you want.
Oh, if I can make it.
Just quit your job if you have to work.
Well, then you gotta pay. You gotta pay my mortgage.
He says this to everybody. Don't listen to him.
Y'all can do that.
Just don't make any U-turns to.
Yeah, and don't listen to Sam. Sam doesn't listen to me when he's playing Lies of P. That's why he was getting his butt whooped all week.
Yeah,
okay, that was a low blow. That was a low blow. That was a low blow. That enemy was annoying me too. That enemy was particularly difficult. That was a low blow.
That's it looks like a pretty fun game though.
It is.
Until you reach that one guy. I mean, I don't know how you're supposed to beat somebody that jumps up in the air and windmills the hell out of everyone and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But
he has a weak spot. You got to find it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
called it's called Wii Mod.
No. I didn't mod anything. I can't mod
I
anything.
didn't say you did. I said it's a weak point.
What I did was I let the NPC tank him while I just threw shit at him from behind until he died. So, anyway, Gal, what do you got?
I see what you're doing, Sam, and I'm not going to pull it up.
Oh, you don't have to. I'm going to.
Okay.
But it'll wait until after. I'm not going to do it during your outro. So
that's what I figured it was
God
for.
damn it! Larry.
Oh no! I wasn't even thinking. I just clicked it. I was like, "Well, wait, what the hell is this?"
Oh.
This is my last stream prior to me going to Cambodia and Vietnam, so I am going to be on a 2-week hiatus. Week of the 8th.
Wait, isn't that where's the kid at? Didn't he go to Taiwan or somewhere?
No, he went to he went to Taiwan. Yeah.
Taipei, I thought.
But he isn't there anymore. He's back in the States. He's been back in the States for some time.
Yeah. Well, hey, Gal, enjoy your break.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will not have internet is why I'm on the hiatus.
Right.
I'll have internet, but it's going to be spotty. It's going to be worse than the shitternet for Sam.
I mean, the kid
Can it get worse than the shitternet?
Stream, even though he was in Taipei after they had a massive earthquake, but sure.
What?
Nothing. I'm just giving you shit. Don't worry about it. Your hair looks nice. Moving on.
Rest in peace, Gal.
She's not dying.
Yeah, she
died.
She will return. She will return.
I will be with a group of people touring the
Undead
areas,
people.
the history, like the Khmer Rouge, things like that.
And you're gonna rob the place blind.
Technically, I have a choice between that or going to the markets, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna go to the Khmer Rouge, like memorials and stuff. But yeah.
Let's go Pol Pot.
Wow.
Anyway. That's good. All their links, by the way, folks, are in the description below, including Larry's new channel, where he's newish channel. He's been on it for a while now, but he's where he's putting out his content, his story content. So definitely go check that out. Otherwise, for my part, you can find me right here on this channel a lot lately because of the gaming and all that stuff. Plus, I'll be over on Amir's channel a little later on tonight, helping out there. But mostly it's going to be game streams until next week, until that trivia night. However, we next Saturday, even though Gal will be absent for it, unfortunately, we do have a pretty big guest coming on, so do check that out. I will announce it later on in the week, and who it is. But we do have a pretty big guest coming, and it'll be it should be a good time.
It is.
Yeah, some of you guys do, but we're not announcing it publicly yet. So
Well, of course not. I'm not telling anybody my mom's coming on next week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see
It's
what you did
Donald
there.
Trump.
I was not, for the record, I was not saying anything bad about your mom at all. Like, and this isn't for your edification; it's for everybody else. I was not insulting Larry's mom.
I didn't say you were. I wasn't insinuating that you were. Mama, I ain't worried about her. She'll wrap her cane around your neck.
Yeah.
Nice.
I bet I can run faster scared than she can mad. So.
Yeah, you can.
I want to see that race now.
Might take her a few years to catch you, but once she does, that cane's gonna be wrapped around your neck like a bow tie.
I mean, she's getting up there in years. Really, all I got to do is outlast her for a while.
Well, she is 69.
Nice.
Anywho, but yeah, that's really it. That's really everything, except that I got this DM earlier from Theo
I know who you got it
Snodgrass.
fucking from, motherfucker.
Yeah, but so now they do. From Theo Snodgrass, who said that just in case I wanted to show this on the show. I don't have any context for this whatsoever. I just think it's kind of hilarious.
You can go watch Theo Snodgrass's channel for touch grass and figure out the context. It's actually in reference to the fact that I'm going to Cambodia and Vietnam.
Is that what you're going to be doing?
Apparently, the dominatrix some Cambodian
Flogging motherfuckers.
He wasn't in the chat, so I figured he'd gone. This is bitch.
I think this is self-contained context.
She's going out there to earn her pegging badge.
I now need to make that
Flogger
my merch website when I have merch.
Get your gal floggers right here.
So yeah, I will probably be looking into context for this later. But yeah, it's been a while since we brought up any fun little memes and all that. That's the only one
Jacob,
tonight.
I am dangerous. Just so we're clear.
That's a cat of what, like
so dangerous.
15 tails more.
Yeah, it's a lot of tails.
Yeah, that's a lot of tails. You know what makes those more exciting? And I'm just gonna put this out there, and then we're gonna go. No, you take these little like brass safety pins, right? You put them to the ends of each of the thongs, and you leave them open.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that the spikes catch the flesh.
Yeah. Very interesting. Thank you for that, Sam.
Anyway, that said, thank you all for coming. Thanks everybody to the panel. Thanks for the good times. Everybody in chat, appreciate y'all. Cash App links up at the top. Money me, money now. And have a great night. We'll see y'all next time. Remember, It could always be worse. It could be raining flaming cobras.
Bye.